So we're here at the American Fertility Society meeting in Boston talking about genetic testing, and it's a very important thing. It's really recommended by the American College of OB-GYN and the American Council of Medical Genetics. And so there are different kinds of tests that you can do. We personally at Texas Fertility have really narrowed our choices down to two different types of tests. One test is made by a company called Counsel Corporation, and it's really a broad test because it screens patients for about 109 different single gene defects. But the technology that they use at the moment is microarray testing. And there is a different company called Good Start Genetics. We're standing in front of their booth at the moment. And Good Start Genetics uses a different technology to screen. And so what they do is they use something called next generation sequencing, which is theoretically more accurate. It's a totally different kind of testing platform, but it actually checks each base pair within several different strands of DNA and several different genes to be able to detect all kinds of maybe even micro deletions or minimal alterations or even new mutations. In fact, the people who run Good Start Genetics have actually found some new, heretofore never described mutations involving the cystic fibrosis gene. So instead of the breadth that Counsel offers with 109 different tests, Good Start Genetics really measures more of depth. So they will look at over 500 different genetic mutations just with the cystic fibrosis gene itself. And an interesting thing about that is that in the old days, a year or two ago, we thought that patients would need to have the exact same mutation. So if a woman is a carrier for cystic fibrosis and she's got a mutation at one spot in the gene, her partner would have to have a mutation in the exact same spot in the gene in order to have a baby with that problem, with the disease itself. We know now that in fact that's not correct, that in fact a woman can have any of the mutations that have been identified in cystic fibrosis, her partner can have any of the other mutations, and then if they get together and produce a baby, they would have a baby with cystic fibrosis because both of the strands of DNA, both of the genes, one from the mother and one from the father, are affected, leading to an affected child.